With the demand for active shooter training in one western New York town. Now, Orchard Park police say they have gotten as many requests for training in the past week as they usually get all year long.
As Channel 2's Heather Lee explains, the chief thinks more people are reacting to mass shootings across the country, even the shooting in Cheektowaga, and are trying to come up with plans so they do not become victims.
As we've seen, this can happen in a business, in a church, in a school, or a movie theater. It's not being paranoid. I think it's just being prudent.
Each year, Orchard Park police typically get half a dozen requests for security assessments. Churches, schools, and businesses wondering how they can improve safety and evacuation plans. But they got that many requests in just the past week. Given what we've seen nationally and then locally recently, I think that concern is on everybody's mind, and it's prudent for the business owners to, say, hey, can you take a look at things and make sure we're doing things right? The chief wouldn't identify the businesses so as not to give away their security plans or lack of them. But he said he has heard from large and small businesses, and more than one specifically mentioned wanting active shooter training. It's not a good statement on where we are as a society, but we can't be ostriches and stick our heads in the sand either. We have to prepare for it. If you don't prepare for it, you're preparing for failure. Last weekend, Buffalo police held active shooter training at True Bethel Baptist Church. State police in Western New York go into schools and churches to talk about how they can be more prepared in case of an emergency. Police agencies train together in the hopes they never have to use it. But as Chief Pacholik said, bad guys don't play by the rules, which is why they are always planning, reevaluating, and modifying their response plans. As their techniques, their tactics, their procedures, TTP changes and modifies, we have to be ahead of that curve. So that's why we're constantly training, we're constantly trying to get out ahead of it. And now we're seeing the need where we have to have a component to reach out to the public.
The chief couldn't put a dollar amount on it right now, but said the cost of helping schools, businesses, and churches will likely come out of the department's overtime budget. Now, to cut down on that cost, he says he's looking at organizing a large training session that multiple businesses and churches can attend. His department does its own active shooter training at least twice a year. They're planning another one for early next year. Heather Lee, Channel 2 News.